you were really lucky, James, with your GP and the fact that your GP said, hey, I think potentially your son's on the spectrum and that we need to look at this. If you had not got that at that appointment when you turned up and he was having his little meltdown in the waiting room, what would you have done? Would you have challenged your GP? Do you think that it's okay to challenge your GP and ask, well, hang on a minute, this is how I feel? What do you think?
Well, I think the thing with your GP is the GP's looking at it from as a diagnostician,
Professional.
Professional would. Yep. He's trying to tick the boxes to get him to the category of where we might be. So I think the important part is communication. If you communicate with your GP on the stuff that you've noticed, he will be able to go, okay, well, they should be here, here, and here, and here. If the GP goes, no, and just fobs you off, and you don't feel you've been listened to, then by all means seek another opinion.
Okay. That's good to know, because a lot of families will hear the GP say, no, can't make a diagnosis until they're 6, wait until he grows up.
No.
And they accept that. But you wouldn't do that? You would recommend not doing that?
I mean, accepting medical advice and turning away from it is a hard thing to do. It's a gut instinct. It always will be a gut instinct. Other people, particularly your ECE, your Early Childhood Centre, they are the ones that will notice, because they're the ones that you'll typically leave your child with, and they're the ones that have seen more children than you'll have hot breakfasts. And so if they're saying stuff as well, they should be more than happy to get on board if you go to your GP and say, look, this is what the ECE you've noticed. This is not something that we can just fob off and put under the rug. The child is X age, we've missed some milestones, we've got this going on, are you sure? And if you then still don't feel that way, unfortunately, then it's still a gut instinct, go to someone else.
Okay, and that's good. And I think you've touched on a subject that's really good. Your Early Childhood Centre, they are really important.
Finger on the pulse.
But it's important when you go to your GP to also have that information.
Yeah, definitely.
So getting a referral into paediatrics, we need that information. Yes. We need to know what's happening from a school perspective. We need to know what's happening from a home perspective, because making that diagnosis of autism is about all or different contexts. So different places, home, school, community, and even in the clinic. Mm-hmm. So if we only get your point of view, what's happening at school or preschool? What's happening out in the community? So if you do get fobbed up by your GP or you're going and you're really certain that this is what you want, having that information from their education centre, be it primary or be it preschool, then it's really good to take that information with you.
And I think from a grandparent's perspective too, we come from a different generation where we are probably more likely to listen to what the doctor says and follow what they say. And we almost think that to challenge someone who's a professional is rude. But it's not. It's absolutely not. And, you know, it's not, it's okay for, if your child takes your grandchild to the doctor and says, doesn't agree with what they're saying, and they're going to a new GP, is to support them with that process. Because, you guys are their advocate. They don't have that voice.
That's right.
You need to advocate for them. Perfect. Cool.
I was just going to say, I think that the important part is challenging medical advice versus questioning medical advice. If it's viewed as a challenge to the doctor, he will get standoffish because it's his profession. If it's questioning, you do it and you communicate the general way, you can do all this without offending anybody and still going, hey, I need to see someone else.
That's